This just broke. American seniors on fixed income are spending $2,500 plus yearly just on gas for their SUVs. Insurance keeps climbing. Surprise repairs hit $1,200 without warning. Tesla just released Model Y Juniper technical specs, and buried inside are numbers nobody's talking about. $150 vanishing from monthly car bills through engineering, not rebates. How is one electric SUV eliminating costs that Detroit said were permanent? What did Tesla quietly change that makes this possible?
When you total the actual numbers, the picture becomes clear. Fuel savings contribute $130 to $160 monthly. Maintenance savings add $75 to $92. Brake wear avoidance contributes $15 to $20. Insurance optimization adds another $20 to $30. Combined monthly cost reduction. You're looking at $240 to $302 compared to operating a comparable gasoline SUV, even if you're financing Model Y Juniper at $600 monthly versus a RAV4 at $500. Your total monthly outlay, including energy and maintenance, lands nearly identical, except one vehicle is building long-term equity while the other is literally burning value. But there's a twist in this story that almost nobody is discussing publicly yet, and it has to do with regulatory risk. Gasoline SUVs face an increasingly uncertain future as emissions regulations tighten globally. California just finalized enforcement details for its 2035 combustion engine sales ban. New York, Colorado, Massachusetts, and Washington State are implementing phased restrictions. What happens to the resale value of a 2026 CR-V when it becomes restricted or penalized in major metropolitan areas by 2032? This isn't theoretical anymore. European cities are already implementing combustion vehicle restrictions in urban centers. Tesla's Model Y sidesteps this entire risk category. It's future-compliant by design, which directly protects your investment against regulatory depreciation. There's another dimension to this that traditional automotive analysis consistently misses. Tesla's over-the-air software update capability means a 2026 Model Y Juniper can receive new features, improved efficiency algorithms, and enhanced safety systems years after purchase. Your vehicle literally gets better over time instead of degrading. Gasoline vehicles are frozen in time the moment they leave the dealership lot. A 2018 Model 3 today still commands strong resale prices, specifically because ongoing software updates kept it feeling modern and relevant. Juniper extends that advantage with newer hardware baseline and Tesla's demonstrated commitment to long-term software support across their fleet. The battery degradation fear needs direct addressing because it's the most common objection. Real-world data from high-mileage Tesla vehicles shows approximately 10 to 12% capacity loss after 200,000 miles of driving. For seniors driving 8,000 to 10,000 miles annually, that mileage threshold sits 20 to 25 years in the future. Juniper benefits from incremental improvements in battery thermal management and refined charging curve algorithms that reduce cellular stress, particularly during overnight Level 2 home charging that most senior owners use exclusively. The single most feared EV expense, that out-of-warranty battery replacement scenario, becomes statistically unlikely within the ownership timeframe for typical senior driving patterns. Let's examine the worst-case scenario honestly. Current battery replacement costs run $10,000 to $15,000, depending on pack size and labor. That sounds catastrophic until you compare it against 10 years of gasoline SUV total ownership costs. Fuel over a decade runs $21,600 to $25,200. Maintenance totals $12,000 to $15,000. Brake replacements add $2,000 or more. Combined total, $35,600 to $42,200 over 10 years of ownership. Even in the unlikely event of needing battery replacement, Model Y's total cost of ownership remains dramatically lower. Additionally, battery pack costs are declining roughly 15% annually as production scales. By 2034, replacement pricing could easily be half of today's figures, making even this worst-case scenario less impactful. Here's what the traditional automotive industry won't openly acknowledge. Dealerships generate substantial profit from service departments, oil changes, transmission work, emission system repairs. These aren't unfortunate necessities, they're revenue streams. An electric vehicle that eliminates recurring service visits threatens that entire business model. When Tesla states Model Y Juniper requires $300 annually in maintenance, they're not marketing, they're acknowledging they've engineered a vehicle that doesn't need constant dealer intervention to remain operational. There's one final cost that never appears on spreadsheets, but matters enormously to seniors: time and predictability. Every dealership service visit represents a disruption. Arranging alternative transportation, waiting room time, unexpected upsell conversations about transmission fluid that suddenly looks dark, or serpentine belts that are showing cracks. Model Y eliminates most of that friction entirely. Software updates install overnight while the vehicle sits in your garage. Diagnostics run remotely through cellular connection. When service is genuinely needed, Tesla's mobile service operates in many markets, bringing technicians to your location instead of requiring dealership visits. That convenience doesn't show up in monthly cost calculations, but it translates directly into quality of life for retirees who value their time and independence. So here's the question almost nobody is asking yet. If Model Y Juniper genuinely delivers $150 plus monthly savings while providing superior technology, why isn't every senior immediately trading their CR-V or RAV4? The answer is simpler and more frustrating than it should be. Most vehicle buyers never calculate true total cost of ownership. They see the sticker price and make their decision. A $45,000 Tesla looks expensive next to a $32,000 Honda in the dealership showroom until you factor in 10 years of fuel, maintenance, repairs, and regulatory risk. Then suddenly the Tesla becomes the financially conservative choice for long-term ownership. Here's exactly why Tesla engineered $150 monthly savings while Detroit can't. They eliminated the business model built on recurring service. No oil changes, no transmission failures, no emission repairs. Traditional automakers designed vehicles needing constant dealer intervention. Tesla designed one that doesn't. That $150 monthly becomes $18,000 over 10 years. Money staying in retirement accounts instead of vanishing into fuel tanks and service bays. A $45,000 Model Y Juniper costs less long-term than a $32,000 CR-V when you calculate real ownership expenses. When Juniper production ramps in 2026, watch what happens to gasoline SUV resale values. Seniors who understand total cost economics will move first. What's your actual monthly car cost right now? Fuel plus insurance plus maintenance. Drop that number in comments. If this breakdown changed how you see EV costs, hit like, subscribe to Tesla Zone, and turn on notifications for real-world Juniper data when it launches. This is Tesla Zone. We break down engineering and economics that matter for your wallet. The $2,500 annual fuel bill era is ending. Some catch it early. Others realize years too late.
$12,749 for a Tesla Model 2. Sounds impossible, right? Here's the catch. That's not your price. That's Tesla's internal production cost. Your actual bill? $17,000 to $24,000 out the door. And before you hand over that cash, you need to know about the experimental batteries in early batches, the 40% range drop in winter, and why repair shops might refuse to touch this car. So what's the real story? Are you getting revolutionary value or paying $20,000 plus to test unproven tech? The answer is hiding in the math Tesla isn't showing you. Let me show you exactly where your money goes, because this is where Tesla's marketing magic turns into your financial reality. That $12,749 everyone's sharing, it's layer one. Tesla's internal engineering target covering raw materials, labor, and factory costs. Every automaker has this number, but most keep it confidential. Tesla's leaked target became viral marketing gold. You'll never see this price at any showroom. Layer 2 is where reality hits. Tesla adds profit margins, logistics costs, marketing spend, and service network infrastructure. Industry analysts tracking Tesla's Model 3 and Y launches estimate MSRP will land between $18,000 and $22,000. That's a $5,000 to $9,000 jump from production costs. This isn't greed, it's basic business economics every manufacturer faces. Layer 3 gets interesting. The federal credit died in September 2025, but here's the loophole. Commercial leasing companies can still claim the $7,500 EV credit and pass savings through lower monthly payments. This is exactly how Nissan, Hyundai, and Kia structure their current EV leases. Add state rebates. California offers up to $4,500. Colorado gives $5,000. Massachusetts bumped theirs to $3,500 in October, and your effective price drops to $16,000 to $19,000. But this only works if you lease and only if your state maintains these programs. Layer 4 is your actual bill. State taxes, registration fees, destination charges, dealer preparation where applicable. Real-world number, $17,000 to $24,000 out the door. Nearly double that viral headline. When your neighbor says they got a Tesla for $12 grand, they're actually leasing at $179 monthly in a state with good incentives. Their 3-year total? Around $8,400 in payments plus $2,000 down, totaling $10,400 before insurance and charging costs. Still cheaper than many alternatives, but completely different from what's trending on social media. What did Tesla delete to hit that cost? No heated seats, no cooled seats, no power trunk, no panoramic roof, no premium audio system, fabric instead of leather, 17-inch wheels instead of 19S, simplified climate control. If you're driving a 2012 Civic, you already live without these features. The electric drivetrain represents a genuine upgrade. But coming from a 2022 Camry XLE, this feels like a downgrade. The question becomes, does $5,000 annual gas savings over 10 years justify losing comforts you've grown accustomed to? The battery situation is where early buyers might become unwitting test subjects. Tesla's using enhanced LFP batteries, 15% higher energy density at 40% lower cost. They last longer, handle 2,000 to 3,000 charge cycles, and they're inherently safer. But physics doesn't care about marketing. When temperatures drop below 25 degrees Fahrenheit, charging speeds plummet 35 to 40%. Your advertised 20 to 25 minute fast charge becomes 45 to 60 minutes in real winter conditions. Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin residents. This isn't a minor inconvenience. This fundamentally changes how you use the vehicle 4 to 5 months yearly. The deeper concern involves long-term durability. Battery analysts studying aggressive fast charging patterns found LFP batteries can experience 20 to 25% faster capacity degradation compared to slower charging. Tesla's warranty covers 8 years, but what happens in year 9 when usable capacity drops to 65%? You're facing an $8,000 to $11,000 replacement cost that could exceed the vehicle's remaining value. Here's the controversial part. Multiple supply chain reports suggest some Model 2 batches may use experimental aluminum-ion cells. Lab data shows 310 watt-hours per kilogram density and 12-minute charge.